Hey everyone, this is Darkson, and I'm going to be going over a replay of my buddy Burst, the red Terran on the bottom left. And on the top right is, I don't know, name that I can never be able to read. Third player on the top right. I'm not going to play, I don't know if the music is going to, nah, you know what, I'm not even going to bother with the music. I want you guys to be able to hear me. So, Burst wanted me to look at some replays that I might be able to coach them through you basically. So let's see what happens. So far everything looks normal, and I'll even might say some things about Zerg, just because I've been kind of learning it. So maybe the Zerg will do something that I wasn't aware, and I'll just throw my 2 cents off of that, and I'll be coaching this. The, the matchup I do know in Terran. Okay, so he's doing a SCV scout when the barracks is down and the gas is taken. By doing this, he's able to scout to see if it's a pool first, and see if it's some kind of one base cheese play. So far everything looks normal. Say, I wasn't really watching too much of the third player, but because my main focus is going to be the Terran, so everything looks fine and hunky dory. He is doing a Reaper Marine expand, I call it. So basically, he went barracks, then gas to get a Reaper out and a Marine out. By doing so, you have to drop down the command center, then make the second depot, then drop the factory. The reason why is because, so I'm kind of explaining the build order that he is executing right now. So if you went gas first, you will only have enough. The money is ideal to make a Reaper and then drop a reactor right behind it to do the fast swap. So you cut out the Marine basically, but it's actually pretty good to get the Marine so this way that the Zerg one cannot rush you if it's a pool first. Say it's like four. Sometimes they send 4 lings across the map. They'll try to go a detour route, and they want to force a cancel in this command center. Some that's usually the high level they'll do. Lower level, I say lower level because it's more likely to see maybe like tinlings or something like that. Like they'll be more committal about it. They want you not to be able to build this command center. So that said, if you scout it with the SCV, I suggest to build the command center on the high ground because it's gonna be hard to hold if they shit out a bunch of lings. Second, so let's say that you didn't do that CV scout. You were a little greedy. And you went with the Reaper. Well, and then lings pop up here, maybe like 4 lings or something. The one Marine, grab a couple SCVs, do some little body blocking and stuff. Hold command with SCVs, attack command, whatever, and you can hold the command center on the low ground without being forced to cancel it. So that said, I even hear sometimes people will go for 2 Marines. So like what they'll do is like they'll queue up a second Marine, and if they see it's not a Ling or whatever, they'll do like a Protoss player does with a Zealot. If it's an eBay block, cancel the Zealot and make the Nexus. That's kind of like what the Terran player will be doing. So, a lot of other food for thought technique that you can deal. Okay, he's microing. He's trying to put some pressure on the Zerg player. Everything looking good. Okay, so he didn't take the second gas. So therefore, he's going to go for a third command center pretty soon. Because anytime you go for a second gas, it means you're teching up to additional tech stuff. I'm just saying that very vague because you never know. Most of the time, it's usually 2 base aggression, I would say. What I did there. But I mean, it can be like that though. See, that's just the thing. That's the beauty of Starcraft. Like people would be like, "Oh, it's a dirty all in," and it's like maybe it might be a slight, aggressive attack, so something I took a while for me to understand. So, okay, he's Reaper scouting. It's past like 3 minutes, I think, when we look at his view. Yeah, he doesn't see the expansion. The expansion's actually at a pretty decent time. It's like the latest time for a third base of third player. He goes for the command center. He gets the refinery, and then he's on his 1-1-1 opener. Locker combo 1-1. Scouts the third base. Uh, so two problems I've noticed in the replay. One from the Zerg and one from the Terran player, and that is he goes for the tech lab. So this is like a little miniature combo right here. I didn't really cover it too much. Basically, that is it's good to have like reactor tap lab or reactor any combination of that. Thing is that you got a tech lab and he's got the starport. He's making a Viking. He's probably going to make a medevac or a liberator behind that. Thing is that what I'm trying to get at is that now that he's supply blocked. Just for like a second, I think. So yeah. So anyways, yeah, that's not a big deal then. I don't think. So anyways, the thing is that he's not starting stim or not. But see, like this is what I like to do. I like to put the starport with the tech lab and have the barracks make a second tech lab to get the stim going or the fake stim and get whatever out of the starport. Maybe a fake, cloak or whatever. The thing is that I like to have the add-ons on because right now nothing's happening. So like right now, if he really wants the fast stim, he gets it right now. But he hasn't been doing that. In fact, what ends up happening is that I forgot that this replay gets a little loud when. But the thing is that I had to load this again. So the thing is that if you're not going for that super ultra fast stim, then get the second tech lab. It creates Zerg to question what you're doing. You want them to be like, oh, is he going for mech? Obviously not. But I just think it's a cool idea. So the one problem I've been noticing on this build is that how long it took to get the stim going. Because I know he would have got this started regardless if he got the tech lab on the second building. He would have still got it going at the same time. The second problem, the other point that I want to make for the Zerg player is that from what I learned from my Zerg playing experience and watching other players and stuff and taking advice from others and stuff, I've in my own replay analysis stuff is that I've learned that when you get 100 gas, turn this hatchery or whatever hatchery into a lair and put guys back on gas. And that's all I pretty much know on that. He's also late on tech building. Usually they say get the Roach Warren no later than 340, but he's being a little greedy player. And he's going for the two gases right here. So my only guess is that he's going to be going aggressive because like when you do the full gas of one, you get those way later. When a full saturate on minerals, all three bases. Okay, so he puts down barracks. So he's gonna do what I like to call the magic 2, which is you're gonna drop 2 barracks, 2 eBays, then eventually he's gonna get 2 gases. When money is available, basically. I kind of like round it out, it doesn't have to be exact on everything, but get an idea of it. Okay, there's the 2 gases. I think they're late, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so he gets the Liberator. He's gonna do some Liberator harassment. So what I would say with the Liberator, this should have been rallied to whatever location, so it doesn't just sit there. Okay. Yeah, Okay, no, he has enough time. He must have misclicked. He probably went too quickly and misclicked because he forgot the +1 armor. Huh, interesting. So he's got a hotkey on command center on 2 and a hotkey on command centers on 5. Huh. I never that before. On army hotkey. Okay, I didn't know this. Maybe that was a miss hotkey. We'll find out. Let's go. That might have been my manager on Brent. Anyways, I'll finish up this replay and I'll pay the pay the mofo. Anyways, sorry, I get sidetracked pretty easily. So, see here. So what the problem I've been noticing with Burst's play is that he does this, he moves, and it just stops there. Let's see how long this will take. Okay, now he's back to playing. And he'll do it again. And he'll do it again a couple of times. So what I want to change up a little bit is the priority of the actions. So this is what I'm gonna say. So when we find this very quickly, we're gonna fast forward this very quickly again. Okay, so okay. So watch how this works. So he's microing this. And what like oh okay. Scared me there. I'm like, why is he stopping? Okay, so he's going up, clearing some creep tumors. Totally cool. That's good. Shift Q. Cool. Cool. But hands. Okay. Uh-huh. Now right here, I would say, see, during shift commands. No. Yeah, I get. Wait, no, that's the third player. Okay, so see, there's no shift commands. So if I was him, I would have uh clicked on the mini map of where to go next, shift queued it, went back, do whatever I'm supposed to do, and go back here, do the same thing, hit the creep, back up. Sometimes I'll back up like this, like I'll go this way, go that way. Like it's a little safer, so I don't get surrounded while I'm looking back at my base, macroing. So that's the problem I've been kind of noticing. Go on his view for a second. I kind of want to see how he's using his hotkeys. So okay, so he's not noticing that he is missing the +1 armor upgrade. I think it's because the fact that he's got 2 command center hotkeys going on. I think he's clicking the 2 and not the 5. So let's see what happens. Okay, the barracks aren't hotkeyed just yet. There we go. He's hotkeying them now. I feel like you should hotkey the barracks like as soon as you put the barracks down. I think they should have been hotkeyed when buildings went down for the most part. See, like right now he's missing. See, like okay, so now that so this is what I've been noticing. So when you put down the barracks, go back to here when we put down the first 2 barracks. So these 2, I would have just double clicked and hotkeyed them. He doesn't have them hotkeyed, so this entire time they're not hotkeyed. And so it's going to be a later on concern, and later on, if the pressure is because later the game goes, the more stress that your mind takes, right? So this will become more forgotten at this point, just like the +1 armor that just happened. So I think the 2 command center hotkey thing is what's screwing him over because I do the same thing that he does, which is having command center hotkey and with the eBays. But okay? So he just changed it. Okay, so there we go. So, but I think that's what might have happened is that he had it on 2, and I think that's might have what screwed him up. Might have. And this is the other mistake. He didn't. As soon as these 2 barracks down, he should have hotkeyed them, and be primed and ready to go. Okay, he's making his depot wall. Cool. Okay, easy crushed third push right there. Okay, here we go. Here comes the first whoosh. Now, a thing I like to do, I would have my Marines in a separate hotkey from the rest of the bio army. So if you have like Marauders and Hellbats, you'd be able to, you can spread your units out a little. If you're more prioritizing to keep the Marines safe. I know Hellbats aren't really good at taking Bane shots, but it'll make it easier once it's like clustered up right here. So this is what worries me right there, is that right there, the look away while you're in the middle of this engagement right here. That I feel like, see here, let's back up. I feel like that there could have been a safer time to do that. So you're right here. So like right here, before this big engagement, see he's singing out 1,000 minerals. So like right here, I would have made, like a couple more depots. We're at 5 barracks. So I would have got 6 and 7 barracks down right now. So he's missing 2 barracks. And I would have got a second factory down. That's just my personal way of doing it. So he's behind on some buildings. And where's the army? Right here? Okay, so armory. He's also not getting the upgrade. So I always think of this. Yeah, they say tack on the timing of the upgrades being finished, but also don't forget to start the next set of upgrades and buildings and stuff before you make your engagement as well. Start a 4th command center right now. And for the most time, when you're doing a push, if you're being aggressive, it is actually pretty fine to build the base on location, or you can do a double expand, which I like. That I've learned is put one on location and put one right there. So if they try to do a counterattack, you can just cancel it, and you still got a 4th command center game built, ready to go. I will put like a depot scout like right here, and maybe like one like right here, just so they don't just sneak into the natural. That's just how I like to do it. That or sensor towers. Like what I would do if I was him right now, I would put a sensor tower like right here. Yeah, right here, and then I would have put a depot like right there, because I don't feel like making a bunch of sensor towers. It's a little greedy play, but I think it's okay. So this is what happens. A macro cycle error right here at the around the 8-minute mark after the +1/+1 timing. This is where the first major error happens. He's going down the production, but it's still kind of late. Now here's the other thing. Let's check this on this. Okay, yeah, he's got some stuff going. He's not making factory units right now. So other thing I want to point out is the when going through your macro cycles of checking your hotkeys and stuff like that. When I say check your hotkeys and stuff, make sure that all these little white dots are taken up. See, like, look, eBay. There's not a white dot right there. So that you should have looked at that. If you don't see that and you forgot it, you missed it and stuff, that means you're not actually looking at this panel. You're going through the panel too quickly, or you just didn't see it. So I feel like this is an error that he could have easily fixed. I know he's capable of doing this. I know, I'm confident, and I don't know why this. Help me! I'm about to drop the hammer. I'm about to drop some hammers. Okay, I'm going home. Never mind. Everyone's going away. Second factory. See, so he's getting all the productions. He knows what buildings to get. They're just a little late. Oh no! Ouch. Okay, so let's look at that very quickly. Let's see how this drop did not work out too well. Okay, so he's getting flustered. He did this. Well, I don't want to say flustered, but like I'm calling it flustered because you want to do a push or attack or whatever, and see what happens here. I didn't really watch too much. Okay, attacks into that. Cool. Kills the third base. Ooh, good pickup. Okay. Tank was a little far away. The reason why the tank was far away is because he didn't have a hotkey on the tank to pull the tank up here. So I use a hotkey for an all army hotkey, I guess you can say. Not really an all army hotkey, but it would be a hotkey for all this right here. Then I have a hotkey for the bio. I'll have a hotkey for the tank and one for the Reaper, which would have been forgotten because I would have had to add a watchtower. That would be its only use after sacking it or scouting. If I boss, dude. Gaming. Okay, so right here, this is the part right here. He attacked, took out the base, and then he sat here. So that's that because he's building stuff. So there's a point in time where this army is not doing anything. So if you're, this is bad right here. Look at this. He's right on the edge. This Zerg can just nothing's happening. Obviously, he's gonna surround us. So I would say he should have picked up. Should have like dropped at this watchtower, so he'll have vision and heal. Or he should have backed away, went here, and then gone up here with the medevac drop and drop here. But I wouldn't drop it by itself though. Or I would have gone here and tacked into here. What's over here? Yeah, I would have like picked up here, dropped here, and then move into here. But he's got back at home. What army he has? Right here? Okay, cool. Okay. So he's not making medevacs. There should have been a pair of medevacs right here. So like anytime when you do a drop play, you want to be able to have medevacs with army here. There should be medevacs with army here, which there isn't. So that kind of eliminates your prong ability that you want to do. He tries to attack, not defend it. He goes away up here. He does a hook shot right there. But the thing is that if you got a drop right here, do something down here. Because look at this. He's pulling everything there. Where's the rest of his army? Like, he's got army here, and he's got army here. But there's nothing going on down here. This is where this army can go in. So if you had a pair of medevacs that, see, there they are right there. This army should go over there, like, right now. And maybe boost the medevacs over there if you want to get extra fancy. Because this drop has already been spotted. I mean, he saw it when you load it up. See, bam. Two free donations right there. Ooh. Especially when he did that, too. Should have went down here. But anyways, I'm not going to pick on him on that, though. I'm actually being serious of how going on here. So see, he's been on 3 bases for quite a long time. Like, this should have been up and running already for him. This should have been up and running. He should be working on for a 5th base right now. The Zerg is on 1, 2, 3, 4 bases now. And see, yeah, I took out the 3rd base right here, though. I was playing Zerg one time, and I'll probably do a cast on that replay if I still have it. The guy took out like maybe like 6 bases of mine, and he's like, I don't understand. I'm like, what is there not to understand? It's like, I killed like 6 of your bases. I'm like, yeah, but you didn't kill any of my workers. But that's econ damage, though, I did to you. That's production. And I'm like, yeah, but you didn't kill the workers, though. You killed 300 minerals. It's an accident I even made before in the past as Terran. Okay. So this is a perfect example where the little cutie that I was saying before, if you hotkeyed the Marines, you could have had the Marauders go on the front, hold them back. They could have fought these guys too. Just a little micro move. I always like to put them on a separate hotkey. Not all the time, but sometimes. Like in this lay of the game, I probably won't do. Interesting. Stop command or hold command. I say that because it's like part of his army in the back stopped moving. Okay, so this lift go. That needs to go somewhere. Okay, boost is away. So like right here, I don't like this. I would have backed up further, like right here, or backed up, gone right here, and then do the drop. I hate when I can actually see the medevacs and where they go, and I'm like, okay, that wasn't sneaky at all. I know where they're going. But you should have the watchtowers too, maybe. Maybe I say because like TvZ. Okay, so he's gonna try to keep leaning on into the Zerg player. Okay. Do the splits again. Okay. Okay. I like right now. I say the push might be over right now. Got some mines. Cool. Okay. So like me, I'm bad at this kind of thing right here. The prey push. It's like right here, I'd be like, okay, I'm done. Like right now, I'm done. Like I wouldn't parade push anymore. That's just my personal preference. Yeah, I guess you could keep leaning on him. This is just personal preference. But like I would have like loaded up, not this bad boy right here, but I would have loaded up to the medvacs, and I would have dropped while having this army still rallying over here. If anything, that's how I would have done it. The factories aren't being used. I've noticed that. Factories aren't being used. Oh, and since he's going into the Widow Mines, it's actually better to get the +1 armor because +1 the attack upgrade, vehicle attack upgrade does not affect the Widow Mines whatsoever. See, look right here. It has an armor panel. It does not show an attack panel right there. So get the armor upgrade if you're going to go for mass Widow Mines. If you're gonna go for tanks and or Thors or whatever, or anything else that's not Widow Mines, you might want to get the +1 attack then. Okay, what else? Yeah, see, he's just not making anything out of the factories. Yeah, units are out. Already got turrets. This 4th base needed to be landed yesterday. He should be on like a 6th base now, to be honest. So this is the part where like I think this is where I might be still in. Who knows? Where you're so used to being on 3 bases, you're just not used to being on 4 bases. So when again the practice of getting on 4 to 5 bases or something like that, just get used to playing the game out longer and taking more bases, playing longer games. I think that's what a lot of players have a hard time with. The later stages of the game, they're already fatigued. It's like a workout. It's like a boxing match. It's like not the MMA match where you got 5-minute rounds. Nah, we're having like a 21-minute round right now, and that's like a boxing round almost. I really don't know the rule on that one. I think it's like 15 minutes or something. Not 100% sure. I've been watching boxing a while, but long runs. When a boxer trains, they do like country running, kind of long distance running for endurance, stamina. But MMA fighter, they do sprints because all the fights are very short bursts. So we're trying to be boxers right now, not MMA fighters. We're not doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on the Zerg right now, okay? Oh, I don't like this. I hate when this happens. I hate when that happens. It happens to me. Yeah, but see, now he just took the 5th. Like, everything's being established now. Let's check out his worker count. 61. Okay, so here's the other problem right there, is that people will stop making... I had this problem too. I'm so glad that if you hover your mouse over the supply, you actually see the worker count, which is great. I didn't know that at the time, but now since I do, what I do once in a while is just one of my cycles, I check to see how many workers I have. And once I see like, oh, I need more, like I want to be at 75 workers on on the 4 bases kind of play. I want 75 workers. So I'm like, oh, okay, I need more workers. So yeah, he doesn't have enough workers. He's down by 15. But that's because he was playing the 3 base play. 3 base all in, as people would say. But I say it's the mysterious 3 base all in. I think it's just because I know that they don't like Burst is not a all in-er as far as I'm aware. He likes to play macro game. But people don't know that they're accidentally put themselves in that position. It's not like it was an intentional thing for him to do. He wasn't Like, oh, I'm playing macro game. Like, yeah, but like according to individuals, that was it all in that you did. But he's making workers. He's macroing up. I'm just saying, like, it's just a small mistake that people do, which is they're just not their mind is just not prepared for the later stages of the game. That's just how I view it right now. How I view it. Because like, where's does he have their starports? Guess I actually know hotkeys on shit. So. He only has one starport. No Ghost Academy. So see, he's not preparing for the later stages of the game. He should be checking for the hype too, so he doesn't have to rush for this stuff. But I kind of like instinctively do it later on. So that said, because like he was in a lead, he almost killed the Zerg player, but now he's starting to inch away from the lead that he was having. Like he needs to be pushing more too. As a bio player, he needs to be going out. Like this is a good sized army. I will move out with this. But see what I also there's a medevac meters that normally I would say like load up 2 medevacs and go do a drop as well. You want the prong ability. Prong attacks are so strong. Spread out the mines a little bit more, perhaps. Okay, watch this. Oh shit! That was a good shot. Okay, so scouting this, I'm a little bit scared. Like right here, I would have been like, I would have backed away because there's so many mutas. If you try to run away, he's gonna get everything. So this is the easy cleanup for the Zuri. He commits. I would not commit. I would have backed away. I would have checked my macro. Make sure you pump in all cylinders. This base is not landed. There's a mistake right there that could have been fixed while retreating from home. So I think he would have backed away. I think he should have dropped like right here. Then reinforcement army, which there isn't any. Yeah, there's no army. There was because he's running dry on resources. The reinforcement will always go to the other base. Reinforcement always goes to the other base while the main force is going elsewhere. That's just the best way to do about it, Because this is what happens. He's killing the mutas. That's nice and all, but he's losing all the marines that can shoot up. This is a decent trade, but here comes the clear cleanup. He even took out a base too. Nice. But look, now he's only got medevacs, which probably all die. 2 random marines on the field. I don't know why they were there, but this is all he's got. It's just group of marines. But see, it's the building cycles. When he goes through his buildings, he's not using the factories at all. I think another mistake that I've noticed, I didn't point out, which I did see because I watched this replay before, is what players do. They'll make marines first, and then they're marauders. Okay, because I could see him. I do it too still, which is pounding the A key, rather than holding it down. And I still have the habit too, but here's a little tip right here. I'm trying to break myself out of it, but here's the tip: is make the marauders first and then the marines. That's how I usually do it. Is usually, I'd still do the pounding A thing after the marauders, but what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to do it now. Just get the marauders, triple D, and then hold down the A button. You just, it's a lot easier to go for the tech lab units first before the reactor units. It's an easier way of macroing through, because you're usually going to be holding down the key on the other one. So, okay, let's speed this up a bit. Got a drop here, which is, I think this drop is risky. I think this, well, never mind, he's gaining the Ultra Den, which is pretty fucking sick. So that was actually worth. That was a good sacrificial drop right there, because this is what I was about to say. I'm like, it's not gonna leave home. I just saying, like, a drop by itself, it's like a Whittle Mine drop in TVP. Notice it, like, wow, he pulled all the workers out and nothing happened. 2 Whittle, I'm like, yeah, that's because it was just a medevac with 2 Whittle Mines in it. Like, come on, you know. When I played Protoss, I was like, what is this? Nothing. Just shoo it away. It's simple. I'm like, dude, you gotta have the distraction punch before you do, I'll do the strike. Something's got to go on the other end. That's the thing. And here's the other thing on the late game thing. Notice that the Zerg is on his hive tech, and people are like, man, hive tech is so good, so fucking good. And it's like, yeah, but where's your high tech? Your high tech is the ghosts and the battle cruisers and the those units and stuff. What I'm trying to say is that you don't have any. This is just the regular tier like 1.5 units and stuff like that. So it's just gonna get demolished right now. Ugh. The fatigue. I understand. I get it. It happens. But yeah, that's pretty much what happens. So I say this was a macro slash multi tactic mistakes. I would say. Other than that, the build itself was pretty well executed. I would say, in my opinion. The bases were played. The upgrades were miscued. There was that one tech lab that wasn't doing anything for a bit. The sim part I was talking about. But yeah, I hope this was useful, Verse, and anyone else who watched this replay and got something from it. I hope you all like and see you on the next video. Watching. Oh, and don't forget to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Put some comments down below, damn it. I want to hear some feedback. I want to hear if you like it or not. Come on. Thanks. Anyways, see ya.